Welcome back to Year in the Loft with me. Today is album 3, track 5. Already nearly halfway through album 3, which has gone scarily fast. Now, in track video 3, I did how to write like a synth lead line. And today, I wanted to basically take that a step further and basically how to write that synth lead line with a chilled drop behind it. Now, a good example of this is album 1, track 2, which was Paper Town, and I'll leave a link in the corner of the video to that video so you can go and watch that and see how I did it then. But now, in today, I kind of want to break that down a little bit more. So, that's my challenge, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. So, I'm back. Now, basically to start this, if you haven't already watched how to write a synth lead video, then I will also leave a link to that as well in the corner, and you can go and watch that. Then you can come back and watch this video. So, using what I knew from the how to write a synth lead, you know, it's pretty much 2, 3, and then 4 notes. But I'd say pretty much 99% of this is just these 3 notes, kind of following that Chainsmokers rule. And I can play that for you with the piano, which is how it was written. And this sound, the lead, is actually, there's some reverb on it, but it's actually just from Massive. It's literally just a Massive patch, which is just like a synthesizer. And yeah, literally a square in space. So it's one of their presets, which I use. And I mean, when you hear the full mix, you'll realize why I use it, because it just kind of cuts through everything. But once I had that, it was, how do I make the drums? You know, a chill drop. I started out with a kick drum, pretty standard. And then if I build this up a bit more, I added a finger snap and some claps and a snare. And once you have like the basics down, you can kind of add other things. I've added a hi-hat loop from Splice, a shaker which you can find on Logic, the Jacaranda shaker, and this kind of like percussion from Splice as well. And you can kind of hear how already just with those elements is starting to come together. Now, obviously to make like a chill drop, you need to have a bass. And for what I did with this, I added 2 basses. 2 basses? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Bass? 2 basses? 2 bass? 2 basses. I don't know. Yeah, English words, whatever, sentences. To start, I had this bass loop from Splice. And if I just click on it, it sounds like this. And that was, it's just a sample which I put into the sampler from Logic, put some sidechain on it, and basically playing 16th notes with sidechain. So if I take the sidechain off, it sounds like this. But with the kick, it gets cluttered, so if you put sidechain on, the second bass was a patch that I've had for a while, which it was from a video. I can't remember his channel, but I will try and link it somewhere as well. And he made this Madian bass, which is kind of just 2 saw waves with some unison, bit of detune, and basically, if I solo it with a filter. From envelope 1, and basically you assign envelope 1 to the filter. To the cutoff. And obviously you don't necessarily need Serum for that. You can use any synthesizer. It's a pretty simple sound. And I think actually it does start with noise on. But I took the noise off just to try and keep it a bit cleaner. And both of those basses together sound like this. So if I had a piano back in and the rest of the percussion, and the lead. And the final element, really, for me, was to add a bit more mid-range. And what I mean by this is this sound, which if I play by itself sounds like this. So I added an EQ, which is just to take away some of the low end, basically, sidechain and reverb. And this saw pluck was another sound that I think came from the same guy's channel. Same sort of vibe as the Madian sound, bit more unison and like a much stronger cut off. Sorry, yeah. And with the bass as well, that sounds like this. Now, if I play you from the pre-chorus into the drop, you'll see how it becomes a chill drop.
I just need you all night, every night. I just need you all night, every night. I just need you all night, every night with me. Wanna hear a heartbeat close to mine. Wanna hear a heartbeat close to mine. I just need a good girl, a good girl, a good girl. Yeah.
And those elements pretty much make up how I've made a chill drop. So having a lead, some basses, drums, a synth for the mid-range, percussion, and then maybe a piano just to fill out some more mids.
I just need a good girl, a good girl, a good girl. Don't even speak your language when we're together.
So now I want to jump into the lyrics. If I read you the first verse, it says, "Thought you were a diamond, can't say you love me under pressure. Diamonds are 1 in a million, and I know I can find somebody better. Stuck in the gold mine, trying to believe it, I don't see it. But when I take my eyes off you, oh no." So there's just a bit of wordplay here for "thought you were a diamond, can't say you love me under pressure," because diamonds are made under extreme pressure. And then I say diamonds are 1 in a million, so I'm like, you know, the right girl for you is 1 in a million. And I know I can find somebody better, but even though, you know, there might only be this one person in a million for you, I still think I can find better. And then I say stuck in the gold mine, trying to believe it, I don't see it, because you don't find diamonds in a gold mine. Or, I mean, I assume you don't find diamonds in a gold mine. But when I take my eyes off you, oh no. So it's like when I take my eyes off the prize, it all goes to crap, basically. So then I say, in the pre-chorus, I just need you all night, every night. I just need you all night, every night. Repeats, I just need you all night, every night with me. Want to hear a heartbeat close to mine. I just need a good girl, a good girl. So I'm kind of, this is me sort of kind of preaching, saying, I just need that good person. You're not someone who's going to mess me around, just someone who's going to make me happy and someone who's going to be nice. And the chorus, I just need a good girl, a good girl, a good girl, which you heard being played through the chorus. Verse 2 drops in and says, "Don't even speak your language. When we're together, I still feel alone." So what I mean by that is, not that I don't speak literally her language, like I'm English and she's Spanish, like she says some things and I just don't understand what she means by that. I say, "Can you make me better? Shall I bother to pick up the phone?" And that refers to, am I just gonna hear you speak in your language, theoretical or whatever, down the phone and I'm not gonna understand what you mean? Then I say, "Stuck in my headspace, I don't believe what I see, but when I take my eyes off you." Stuck in my headspace is the same sort of, I'm there kind of questioning all these things you're saying. I'm like, you just make me kind of stressed, I guess, in the head. But yeah, that's Good Girl. That's track 5, album 3, with a nice chill drop in there. Hopefully I've explained a bit more in depth of how I go about production. Still kind of minimal tracks, but yeah, I think it absolutely works in kind of its own place, in its own setting. Yeah, and if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will catch you all very soon. The audio will be out tomorrow, so make sure you go check the full song out, and yeah, Bye bye and peace.